Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to go ahead and catch up to live time here. This is going to be another game in our series where we're live casting. And we're live. Okay. Where we're live casting. These two players play against each other. We got NameSatchel here in the light blue playing as the Vikings. Typical pick from him. He's going to be very comfortable in this scenario. Michaelpick in the gray playing as the Sicilians. A very common pick for him as well. So one thing I'm excited about with this game is seeing NameSatchel play a lot more and kind of branch out on his strategies and his different approaches. And so if he scouts and sees what Michaelpick is doing, one thing he's going to want to look for here is if he goes to stone, you can absolutely expect that Don John rush from the Sicilian sergeants. So that's something. It's a very strong strategy in feudal age, even castle age. The sergeant is just such a strong unit to get as early as they get it. So that's going to be one thing to look out for here. I'm going to mute and take a bite of my cereal. All right. Okay. Pretty typical start for both players. Um, I may have been unmuted here in in Discord while explaining all that, so gonna see what Michaelpick tries to go for here. We got zebra instead of deer on this map. Interesting. But I definitely just kind of blew open a potential strategy right to NameSatchel's face. So maybe a little bit of a miscue there. That might have hurt Michaelpick a little, but we'll see. We'll see how he manages. Whoops. So another thing to keep in mind is as the Vikings have strong infantry, they don't get very far into cavalry. So they get up to light cav, they get up to cavalier, but they don't get hussar, they don't get paladin. So late game, they're not a cavalry civ. You're going to be looking at infantry. They have really good champions with the extra HP and really good archers in late game with Boggs Vigar giving the archer line an extra attack. So obviously we're going to see an early score lead most likely from NameSatchel here with the free wheelbarrow and handcart upgrades, since they get those, the Vikings get those for free. Always such a pervasively good technology to see from Vikings early. But Michaelpick playing as the Sicilians. The Sicilians have a pretty open tech tree, to be honest. They've got access to a lot of different strategies. They get heavy siege. They have melee and armor upgrades for cavalry and infantry. They only lack the third archer armor. So if they want to go arbalest, they might not be as strong as some other civs arbalest, not as strong as Viking arbalest, but they do get it. So they have the option to go for archers if they want. They've got pretty complete economy tech tree. They do get sorry, squires and gambizons. I don't know if any civs don't get squires actually. But obviously, if we see sergeants out, we could expect maybe to see arson coming in as well. But then again, if the sergeants are walking around building more donjons, there's not really a need to get arson, since they can just sit in the towers and creep that way. So, again, Not sure what we're gonna expect here. May have just kind of given away. Excuse me. May have just kind of given away Michaelpick's strategy if that was his plan there to go for stone and get on the donjons. But either way, NameSatchel's just not scouting yet, at least. How do you middle click to toggle combine fog so we can see what both players can see? Oh, right. This is no darkness, so this would be truly what NameSatchel is actually seeing here. Michaelpick gonna try to pick off that villager, not able to get to it before it gets to the town center. Michaelpick picks up Loom. He's going to be into Feudal Age a lot earlier than NameSatchel here, so he's going to get that benefit. Solid economy numbers here from both players. And would you look at that? Michaelpick not on stone yet, as far as I can see. But he is putting a donjon well outside of NameSatchel's base. Or well outside of his Fog of War. So Michaelpick doing a good job of scouting around, seeing where he could start this up. NameSatchel moving left here. He could see this donjon randomly. Oh, he's going to stop. He's trying to push the ostrich. He wants to put an outpost down, and he's going to see the donjon. Oh my goodness. So this is a typical play from NameSatchel. He loves the outpost as Vikings. He's going to always surround his base with that. Michaelpick is going to be able to kill the scout here, and the donjon will go up. Villager might go down as well here. Both players do have looms, so the favor is in favor. What am I saying? That fight is in favor of that villager. The donjon does go up. These buildings only cost 75 stone, if I remember right. So Michaelpick is able to build one more with the stone that he has, and of course he can get onto stone if he wants to continue that push. We're gonna sit here for a second. Okay, another bite down. Interesting here. So sergeants will come out. They are much stronger than man-at-arms to begin with. I can't see what their stats are, but we're going to see a pretty typical opening here from NameSatchel. But he's also going to add the range early. No units coming out yet from the range, but can expect to see maybe some skirmishers, maybe some archers to help out with the sergeants. But okay, I say they're much stronger. They have extra armor. This is 6 and 1. Oh, I see. 6 and 1 pierce armor, but men-at-arms don't get any pierce armor to begin with. Sergeants, sorry, men-at-arms don't get any melee armor to begin with, but sergeants do start with 2. Just a little less damage, though. Of course, melee upgrades will most likely come in. For NameSatchel, he's always going to pick up those techs. The economy upgrades, military upgrades. Very good about keeping an eye on that. Now, the archer is going to come out for NameSatchel, and Michaelpick, seeing the range, no doubt, is going to put a range down of his own. We'll see if we pick up some skirmishers here. Horse collar and double bit axe coming in for Michaelpick as well, so he's going to catch up on those economy upgrades. And the men-at-arms will begin to, you know, build up here. Yeah. Look, the donjon can make sergeants. Archery range can make skirms. But at the end of the day, if Michaelpick just continues to build up at home, gets into Castle Age, gets some siege out maybe. He's got some good pressure here on NameSatchel. You know, I say it's good pressure. Pressure is good pressure, right? But unless he does this, exactly what he's doing, this donjon is not going to go up. NameSatchel could push this. He's got archers to pick off the one village. This is one villager. Hopefully Michaelpick deletes this before it dies. Oh, he's going to... Did he do it? I think... You know, I didn't catch it. I want to say he did delete it in time to get the stone back. But without murder holes and a second donjon, this thing is going to go down to the men-at-arms. So Michaelpick most likely going to lose his forward position here. Getting housed at home. Both players getting housed. Both players fixing that problem. So Michaelpick is on stone, but he does not have a forward villager anymore. So if he wants to keep doing that donjon shenanigans, he's going to need to send another villager or two out forward. I'm curious now, you know, now that the forward push is kind of dead for a Michaelpick, what he kind of goes for now. He's got the information. He has a Vil lead. He's gotten a few Vil kills. So at this point, he could sit back. He's got the walls. And he could kind of play into Castle Age. Play defensively. Looks like that's what he's going to do. He's got a lot of wood in his bank. Looks like he's building up food. This does look like he's going to try to get up to Castle Age. So Michaelpick, if he does get to Castle Age, is going to have a lot of options to choose from. And he's got the information, like I was saying. NameSatchel's got archers. He's got men-at-arms. And he's going to be a lot quicker to Castle Age at this point if he's able to click up, which he does. So Michaelpick going to click up to Castle Age. 21 minutes in with a lot of information and 6 villager lead. These units could be a problem. But look at this. Does he know where Michaelpick even is? Does NameSatchel know where his opponent's base is? I want to say he doesn't. I don't think he does. So he's got to scout it out. That's what he's doing. He's splitting up his units. He's got to scout. Try to find the base. Maybe he does. They're kind of all going in the same direction. Either way, Michaelpick halfway up to the Castle Age at this point. NameSatchel just continuing this production. Lots of archers, lots of men-at-arms in the queue. He's going to pick up forging. So this is a lot of military presence in Feudal Age. But with a defensive donjon and maybe more, might like to see a couple more donjons come out. Michaelpick's going to need to quick wall here or do something to stop them from breaking through that palisade wall, which they will be able to do so easily. Scale mail going to come in for the men-at-arms for NameSatchel, so he's going to be able to break through this wall like it's nothing, and the second donjon will start to go down. He's pulling villagers onto that. Smart move from Michaelpick. He might need to pull villagers off of the farms to get there. Oh, is it going to go up 1,000? He's got to get away, but the villagers are stuck. They're just getting hammered against the wall. Not looking good. Oh, boy. So Siege Workshop going to come out. Villagers are in the town center. Men-at-arms just going to take down this barracks. Michaelpick trying to get some archers out to protect. NameSatchel just going around the edge of the base. But that will give Michaelpick time to get this donjon up. Now, if Michaelpick could put another donjon down, or a couple more, You know, he could protect most of the resources in his base that he needs to. He's got the food for it. You might see fletching come out. Give the donjon some more attack. But the wood line is well protected here, especially if you put some houses here. Then again, you know, this is 16 men-at-arms. Even a house is not really that big of an issue for them. I could break through that pretty easily. The villager's going to move away. Walk away slowly. All are going to go onto stone, so Michaelpick might try to opt for a defensive castle here. No unit production yet. Nope. So the archer's going to come in, force the villagers off the stone. He's going to play under the town center for defense. Michaelpick doing a pretty good job of handling this so far. Another mangonel going to come out. Problem is the idle eco. So NameSatchel now has tons of resources at his disposal. No doubt going to try to click up to Castle Age soon. Good hit there from that mangonel. The men-at-arms are going to take some hits. They're going to move away from the town center. And another big hit from the mangonel. So this siege proving to be the answer Michaelpick needed. Trying to make use of these villagers. So much idle eco time here. NameSatchel may not be destroying his base or, you know, ending the game at this point, but what he is doing is forcing a lot of idle economy, a lot of idle villagers for Michaelpick here. So just moving to the gold, that's away from the units. Smart move there. Let the town center and Donjon Fire take care of the rest of the units. And then let the villagers get back to work. See, at this point, the villager lead is still even. So only 2 kills there, I think. I want to say, oh no, more than that. Definitely more than 2. Still 2 men-at-arms here. This guy, oh no. This lady's getting chased down. She might not make it. This may be pretty, this isn't looking very good. She's going to try to skirt around, get into the cover fire of the donjon. Is she going to survive? A couple more arrows. There's an archer here to save the day. Will the archer survive? Oh, he takes him down. The man-at-arms goes down. And the archer saves the day. I wouldn't be surprised if we saw something happen between those two later in the game. But this is Age of Empires, so that's not really our concern. Scorpion's coming out now for Michaelpick. And stabilized, right? So still got unit production coming in for NameSatchel. Looks like he did click up to Castle Age. Fletching going to come out. Michaelpick just re-walling. Obviously, with palisade walls, you know, they only do so much. He's going to... NameSatchel's going to get up to Long Swordsman as soon as he hits Castle Age, no doubt. As he's going so heavily into infantry, you can expect to see Long Swordsman come out. Which means with Arson, I mean, these gates just aren't going to last very long. Michaelpick's going to need a lot more units. Well, you know, you'd think he would need a lot more units to deal with this. Gambeson's coming in. That will give them extra pierce armor, which will help from the defensive fire. Michaelpick now, 900 food and 300 gold. He could be thinking about going to Imperial Age. I believe with 2 donjons, that meets the building requirements. No, okay, so it meets one of the 2 building requirements. Maybe it's the siege workshop that meets one of them. I thought the donjon countered towards going up to the Imperial Age. But yeah, we're going to see heavy plow, bowsaw, gold shaft mining, long swordsman coming in from NameSatchel. So he's going to spend his resources on getting all those economy upgrades. Even squires coming in. Just finishing out that tech tree. Soon enough, we can no doubt see the next infantry armor and melee upgrades. But we have a pause here from one of the players. I'm going to take this opportunity to take a bite of my food.
Check.